Gold flees from the man who would force it to impossible earnings, or who followeth the alluring advice of tricksters and schemers, or who trusts it to his own inexperience and romantic desires and investments. Hey everyone, Kadeem here, and today we're talking about the fifth and final law of gold. But before we go there, you know what I'm going to say. Feel free to hit that like button if you like the content, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Bitcoin, NFTs, Ethereum, Cardano, Dogecoin, stocks, mutual funds, segregated funds, real estate. Especially in today's day and age, there are a lot of opportunities for you to invest and make your money work for you. Now, a lot of these areas, Bitcoin, so on and so forth, especially in this digital age, NFTs, they've been up, they've been down, right? And a lot of people will chase those highs. A lot of people will chase that growth. However, those same people will sit back, not do their research, and just throw money into the market hoping it does well. Do you know anybody who speaks negatively about investments? I don't speak negatively about investments. I just say to do your research. But those very same people who do speak negatively about investments, it's likely because they've made an investment without doing their research, and the investment did not pan out the way they expected it to. They lost money. So my whole point to this is make sure, again, you do your research. Don't just look at NFTs or Bitcoin or Dogecoin or Ethereum, whatever it might be, and say, you know what, it's been going up. I don't know much about it, but I'm going to invest. As long as you're not putting your whole bank account in there, cool. I guess you can play with it if you want to do that. But do your research. Look into it. Speak to people who know about it. Read certain books, right? A book I'd recommend is the Bitcoin Standard from Saifedean Ammous. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Saifedean Ammous, right? And that book is powerful for Bitcoin, but that's neither here or there. Point is, do your research. There's content online you can look up, information. There's books you can read. There's different groups you can join to people speaking about these things. Once you do your research, then you will know, is this thing really a good investment or not? There have been countless times, and I hear countless stories of people being robbed, but to be honest, they're robbing themselves because they're just putting money into something, having no clue how it works or what it really is, and expecting to get money, to get a return. That doesn't make any sense. What were you expecting? 20% return on something you know nothing about? You need to do your research, surround yourself with the right people, read the right books, get the right information, and see people who have been successful in these areas, speak to them, ask them questions. Everybody's accessible online. Everybody's accessible. And you can reach out to these people and ask them questions. Some of them are cool enough to answer your questions. Some of them are cool enough to even potentially jump on a call with you or to just go back and forth in email. You have opportunities to get the information you need to make the investments you need to make for yourself and your future, for your family. But if your money's sitting in the bank account, you're losing. So don't take too long to do your research. You are losing, and I stress losing, if your money is sitting in your bank account. I know some people who've had over $50,000 just sitting in their bank account for months, and these people weren't necessarily, I'm not judging, but these people weren't necessarily the wealthiest people. It's not like they had a bunch of money elsewhere. This was the majority of their money. And if they had that money in there today, within the past 12 months, you know how much money they would have lost? Because you are losing money when your money is sitting in the bank. In case you didn't know, I'll share a link, or I'll put a link in this video in the description to link to Stats Canada, so you can see for yourself what inflation has been doing. And really, it's above about 7%, and it's ridiculous. So if your money is in the bank, you're losing about 7% because the buying power of your dollar is decreasing. We'll talk about inflation and the details of that in another video, but the whole idea again is don't take too long to let your money work for you. People feel safe because it's in the bank account and it's not really going anywhere. Okay, but it is going somewhere. You just don't see it, because that $100 today is not $100 tomorrow. You can't buy the same things. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you walked into the grocery store earlier this year, you saw the prices just increase. You normally pay, let's say, $2 for, I don't know, a tub of butter or bread, I don't know. And now you see it increase to $3, $3.50. That's a big increase percentage wise. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. A bag of apples. If you notice that things are increasing in price, but your dollars are not increasing at the same rate, you know something's wrong here. Put 2 and 2 together. You know something is terribly wrong here. Look into these things. Reach out to a financial professional. Speak to somebody who knows what they're doing. Speak to somebody who has been successful in a specific area you're trying to be successful in, or who has the knowledge or is doing a certain thing to become successful in the area. Whatever it might be, just get yourself some information so that you can make the right moves, because information changes situations. You've probably heard that before. It's been said. Information changes situations. If you get the right information, you can apply the right steps and make the right moves. When I was younger, I think it was maybe 2013, 2014 even, I had a tax-free savings account, a high interest tax-free savings account. And it was with one of the banks. I'm not going to tell you which bank, but it was the green one. And I had a 1% return rate. That's what I was getting paid, or that's how much my money was making every year, every 12 months, 1%. And that's what was deemed a high interest tax-free savings account. As soon as I realized that, and I realized there's other places that I can go to make my money potentially work harder for me and potentially bring better returns, I said there is absolutely, I'd be crazy to leave my money in this account getting me 1%. And you know what's crazy about that? A lot of people are not even getting 1% on their money where it is right now in their bank. They're getting even less than that, 0.05%, 0.005%. So if your money's doing that poorly, it's not really working that well for you. Again, think about inflation. Think about how much money you're losing. Why would you not invest? Why would you not look into these things and get the information you need? Reach out to somebody, sit with them and have a conversation. Don't pay anything for the conversation, but have a conversation with somebody for free just to enlighten yourself and get that information that you need to change your situation. The longer you leave your money in their bank account where it's not getting you a very high return, the more money you're going to lose. Again, this is not advice. This is just strictly informational. You do with this information what you want to do. And I'm not judging anybody's situation, but I'd say it's time to make a move. You need no more. The typical individual needs no more than maybe a month or 2 of expenses in their actual bank account, their checking account. And even that might be a lot, because the rest of it you can invest. And you can get that money within 3 to 5 business days, depending on where you invest it. But you have immediate access to, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000, whatever you feel comfortable with. It's up to you. But you don't need much more than that in your bank account, typically. Again, informational. I'm just sharing information. I'm not giving you advice. But do with this information what you want to do, whatever you think is beneficial for you. But I strongly recommend moving your money, the majority of it, out of your bank account and getting it into some investment where it's working for you. You work hard for your money. Let your money work hard for you. And again, do not follow the advice of tricksters and schemers. There are a lot of schemers out there. There are a lot of tricksters out there who will come after your money. And that's why I say do not sit down and pay for advice. You can get that advice for free. You can look online. You can talk to a financial professional. A lot of us do it for free. Just that conversation, consultation, if you will. And so you can avoid being tricked, of course, depending on who you talk to. Do your research again. Do your research not only in the financial industry in terms of your investments, but do your research in terms of the people you're reaching out to. Feel like how do you feel when they speak to you? How do you feel during that conversation? Do you feel like they're just talking crap, or do you feel like they're making sense? And are they showing you the facts? Because facts tell, right? You can't lie. Numbers don't lie. Show me the numbers. That's how I am personally. So get that information. Be careful of tricksters and schemers, and don't just. Investments is not an emotional game. Emotions have just about no place when it comes to investments. We need to understand that when our money is in whatever investments it's in, if we've already done our research and it's been proven that this thing works, it will go up and down, but the majority of the major trend is the fact that it's going upwards. That's the trend. It will go up and down certain years, certain months. It might seem down for a year and a half, maybe 2 years, but wait for that 3rd or 4th year, 5th year, and typically it's coming back up. So manage your emotions, and we'll talk more about that in another video as well. So that's it for me, everybody. Hopefully that was helpful for someone. Kadeem here. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed.